We gotta say farewell to Lailaps this week.
Yeah, and I had to try not to cry.
Farewell, Lailaps. All right, we'll see you next week.
Try not to cry challenge.
Impossible for Al.
Impossible.
Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared and Al Watch. YOHANE the Parhelion, Sunshine in the Mirror. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Allen Ladium.
Hello.
We are discussing episode number 12 entitled Farewell, Lailaps.
Bye, Lailaps.
Goodbye, Lailaps.
Which is something we've been predicting, but not quite in the way it happened.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
True. We begin this episode and everything is looking bad in the city.
Yep. It's still calamity.
Still a calamity. They are evacuating the people. So all the gals are working together to get them up on the trains and ferry them out in an orderly manner
Go slow on the
as to not
trains.
cause panic.
I love that Mari had her familiars just like doing dances and stuff
Yeah.
in front of the train.
She's like, I'm going to make the kids feel better.
I mean, it's a good idea. It was just funny that she's
Yeah.
like, well, let me just have these little boogers dance around. Sure, why not?
Mm-hmm. Rico is checking up on Lailaps for YOHANE.
Because Lailaps went into the river last
Mm-hmm.
week.
And Rico's like, oh, her body heat's getting warmer, so she'll be fine. She's got to rest. YOHANE's like, phew. Rico's like, it's a good thing you found her when you did, or else it could have been bad.
But it's
Oops,
fine.
oops. They hear one of the little kids yelling, trying to find their sister, her friend, or something. I forget their. These two kids that are in this episode are Chica's friends from Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're sisters in that, but I feel like they're paired as sisters in this.
Yeah, I think they are too.
Yeah. But regardless, one of them's gone missing with the pig, and
Mm-hmm.
this one's trying to find them because they're like, oh, they ran off and I made them mad, so I gotta find them, and I'm very scared because I'm a little child and bad things are happening.
Which fair.
Yeah, very fair. Rico brings them in and like tries to calm them down, and YOHANE's like, I'll go find them and all that stuff. So YOHANE runs off into the woods to find them and finds them, and then steps into the calamity goop and takes a little napski.
Well, yeah.
We get a lot of
some Lailaps dreams.
we get a lot of like flashbacks in this episode of, YOHANE and Lailaps when they were younger and everything, and essentially a lot of this is showcasing kind of like how they had this like great relationship when they were younger and how over time it built to like there was a tension between them, and that's kind of where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the way they show this is that both of them are having these same dreams at the same time, and then YOHANE wakes up and Daya, Chica, and someone else is there.
Can't remember who else was there.
I don't remember either. No, it was Rico.
Rika. Oh, that makes sense.
Because Rico's like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't let you go off on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Daya's all kitted up here. She's full gear. So is Chica.
Who
Yo-
is trying to remind you that she is not Chica.
Yeah, that's not Chica. What are you talking about?
Not Chica.
YOHANE is basically trying to be like, oh, I may cause trouble for y'all again. And Chica's like, no, you can't say that. We're not letting you say that. You remember how you said you should talk to me if things are feeling bad? Well, that's what we're going to do here. And she's like, oh, thanks, everyone. And Chica's like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not Chica. Mm-hmm.
Not Chica.
That's not me. So they get the girls and they get them to a van, and Suki's there, and the other girl's like, see, the pig's not mad at you. It brought a flower for you because you were feeling down.
Made some fun noises.
Oink, oink.
Oink, oink.
So they get all that sorted out, and then they go back to Rico's, and Rico's like, oh, Lailaps is gone. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So Rico and YOHANE go running through the town trying to find Lailaps in a little
Again.
montage. And then Rico's like, you go look at your house. I'll go, around and see if I can find them and whatnot. YOHANE goes back to her house and just lies on the floor and is like, I'm going to take a nap.
Another nap.
Another napski. Lailaps is off in like the woods just chilling. We get more flashbacks, and we get a little bit more of like how all this tension has kind of come to be, and it kind of essentially revolves around when Yohane declares that she's going to Tokyo, and Lailaps is like, "Oh, that's not. I wasn't prepared for this. I'm going to act very tsundere about this and not give you the support you want."
I'm sad.
Yo.
Uh-oh.
And we also see that like Lailaps doesn't go and see Yohane off when she leaves. Lailaps is like on the roof of the house,
On the roof.
trying to be subtle and sly by watching, but also not watching. We see a lot of butterflies in this episode as well. It's very Persona.
Very Persona, because they're all blue butterflies.
Yeah. We also see like the wish that Yohane makes of like she wants Lailaps to be a little sister that will talk to her, and hey, the magic trick works. Yohane's like, huh? What? Excuse me? What?
Yeah, she's just like talking, and then Lailaps talks back. She's like, wait a minute.
It's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Wait, excuse me, what? Hang on.
That's not. That's no.
That's not how this works. And all these flashbacks eventually lead Yohane to be like, oh, I know where Lailaps is. And she goes running into the forest, and she goes to the big tree stump where, it was her stage and everything. And that's where Lailaps is and everything. And they finally have... I know this is a common theme we've had throughout this entire podcast, not just for this series, but for other series as well. But it turns out communication's a good thing.
What?
I know it's a shocking revelation, especially for us, but yes, communication is a very good thing, and these two finally have a talk that they've been needing to have for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly it's kind of just like Lailaps to being like, hey, I made this promise to your mom about like looking after you and everything, and you did that spell, and now you essentially half of you is in me, and that's why I can talk to you. He's like, it's her mirror, her sunshine in the mirror.
Whoa.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
And the whole crux of this is that like Lailaps is like, yeah, you were getting older, and I was essentially getting scared that you weren't going to need me anymore. You were going to forget me and everything, and I acted out in this sort of way when like be real bratty about it, but the one who needed to grow up was me because I was acting this way, and I should have been acting this way. I should have been supporting you and all this sort of stuff, but it was the fear inside me that was causing me to act this way, and that was wrong, and I shouldn't have done that, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And they get to have this nice little chit chat, and it's very nice. And then Lailaps welcomes Yohane home, and Yohane's like, I'm back, and they combine forces into a song. A song called Forever You and I.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. We get sparkly dress Yohane.
It's such a pretty dress.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of crystals everywhere.
Lots of crystals everywhere. Lailaps hanging out. There's some feather symbology here.
Oh, that never happens in Love Live.
I know. I was like, ooh, hello.
Hello, feather.
So yeah, that's a thing. And then once we get out of the song, Yohane's like, all right, the staff, the staff isn't really magic. It's just it just symbolizes, I have these bonds with all the girls. I have this bond with you, and I'm not gonna take that for granted. I'm not gonna be able to forget it because I have this. And Lailaps responds by going, "Bork."
Bork. Very loud bork.
Yohane like is taken aback by it and kind of emotional, but like realizes,
this is how it's supposed to be.
This is how it's supposed to be. Yeah. So that's how we wrap up our episode. I'm guessing we get a song next week as well, because apparently this the release for Forever You and I has a TBA for the second track listing, so
that
presumably we will get a finale episode or finale song.
Do you think it'll have everybody this time?
I wouldn't be surprised. It would make sense.
Yeah.
So there's that. But yeah, next time we will be discussing the finale of Yohane the Parhelion, entitled Once Again Today, where we got shots of the town looking all nice and everything. So I guess Yohane's going to figure out how to push this calamity back.
I'm just glad that
maybe through the use of song.
Maybe through the use of song. I'm glad that she didn't go away, because I thought she was going to go away.
Yeah.
Because I was starting to think that like she had somehow like created her out of magic.
Mm-hmm.
and that like once she like quote unquote grew up, that like she would go away. It turns out dog is real, just dog speaking was magic that
Dog
had to
was
grow up.
just another half of YOHANE.
Yes.
And YOHANE had to come back to being whole to power up.
Sometimes you just gotta do that, you know?
Mm-hmm. You gotta become complete. So yeah, we'll see how this show wraps up next week.
I'm sad to see it go.
I know.
But then we have a video game.
We do have a video game, yeah. And is it November?
I think so. That sounds right.
October, November? I can look it up real quick.
I think it's November, but now you have me questioning.
It sounds.
So.
I'm pretty sure it's November, but also like I'm very forgetful, so.
Hey, same.
That is the case. November the 16th.
Okay.
YOHANE the Parhelion Blaze in the Deep Blue.
So that'd be fun.
Yeah, you got 1 day to beat it before Super Mario RPG comes out. Good luck.
Well then.
But yeah, next week will be the finale, and we'll chit chat about that and give our overall thoughts about the series and everything, and all that fun stuff. But for now, that's going to wrap it up for this week. So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sec.cools, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup, and you can buy our books One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us next week for the YOHANE the Parhelion finale.
The finale.